you should not just seek for some special reservation or quota just because you're a female. You can do more than that. You can compete with men, because the equality that we claim is not about physical equality. It's about cerebral equality. So I feel like whether there's a reservation or not, women have the power, the potential, and the capability to go and neck fight to fight with men, and you can always strive and you can always thrive.
And when you go head to head, I know it's only been 2 months, but you've
Yes.
also been a corporator
Yes.
already. So it's not like you don't have that experience. When you go head to head with men, do you feel you're much better prepared? You have a better footing. It is a patriarchal society. Politics has been very patriarchal for the longest time. How do you handle that? Does it ever give you second thoughts?
Well, I always think to myself, what do I think a politician should be? And I often ask myself that question. And it's so hard to come up with a perfect answer. But honestly, when I look into the word politics, it's like everybody's, the stereotype of politics or politicians are like, whether it's truth or false, it's like obscured by blind loyalty. And we just make politics as a battlefield of opposing parties. But I always believe that there are more than that, more beyond that. And politics to me is a place, or it is a system that is crucial for shaping our lives and for bringing the essential development and progress in our life. So when I look at politics in that way, then the kind of politician that I need to become is very perfectly clear. It's crystal clear for me. So when I go, like you said, head to head and neck to neck with men, I don't put myself or like I surpassed him in any way, but I just do my best. And I guess the people who have casted their vote for me have seen it very, very clear that I have confidence in me and that I'm passionate about what I'm doing.
What I can say is that even I'm guilty of stereotypes in this interview so far. Because you're young and a woman, I've asked you about the women's reservation bill and patriarchy, and some would say, would you ask the same questions of a man? So I'm guilty of that. But speaking of stereotypes, I also want to ask you, Baryl, the Northeast is not one place, For such a long time, people just consider it to be the Northeast, and I find it a little, even the term Northeast, a little problematic. But things have changed. There's a huge amount more awareness now about the incredible diversity of all parts of the country, and especially the Northeast. And you come from a generation where those things have actually changed. What has that been like, especially since you are now in a position of policy and power?
Well, yes, I think in politics, the word that they have used frequently or the most is wanted to bring change, or a wind of change is blowing. And I am so fortunate and lucky that I am able to witness that in real life, and also that is happening at this very moment. And when it comes to, the Northeast, I know there's this stereotype definition of what the Northeast are, or the Northeastern people who resides in Northeast. But let me just, not to blow our own trumpet, I'm sorry, but then I feel like
no, but you should blow your own trumpet.
Yeah, I feel like it's important to mention this. In our state, there are so many in different categories. There are many exceptional, how should I say, individuals. But let's talk about sports. Here, the weightlifter, the Olympic gold medalist Jeremy is from our state. Mizoram Siami, the hockey player, who brought great joy and contribution to our state and glory to our state, and Mr. JJ, the former Indian football captain. They're all from our state, and likewise, even in the other Northeast states, there are many exceptional athletes or sports persons or musicians, or like I said, in different kinds of categories. So we can always, by nurturing and supporting them, we can always contribute much more to the nation as well. And I think they're breaking the barrier of what the Northeast. When we said India, we always divided in our mind, like Northeast, South, and North, right? Yeah, so I think they're breaking the barrier, and I'm so happy and proud of them. And I believe that we should all treat us equally, because no matter what color we are, no matter what language and costume we're wearing, there's one Indian blood is running underneath our skin. So I think we should all accept each other as we are.
I completely agree and applaud you for saying that. We're all the same blood. as far as the national media is concerned, and I'm sure you've seen this, all my friends from, whether it is Mizoram or Meghalaya or Nagaland, they all agree with me when they say, in terms of the media and perceptions, there are not only stereotypes, but there's also a tyranny of distance. Things that are happening in those states barely get reported. Last year, that changed with what happened in Manipur, Baryl. That became a national headline for a long time. It continues to be a very tragic, unfortunate, regrettable thing that's going on, in one of our most beautiful states, neighboring Mizoram. It's had an impact on what's happened inside Mizoram as well, for a year now. How do you feel about what's happened there? You're an MLA now in a neighboring state. Your sentiments and where do you see it going?
Well, yes, like you've mentioned, it's so unfortunate. And also, as a politician, I should say, even though it's just an early stage, but I think we should be very mindful of what we're saying or spreading at the platform that we're having. And so I often avoid these questions, even back home for the interview, because I do not want it to create any environment negative impact or anything because of what I said on the platform. So even though my heart and prayers are with them, if it's okay with you, can I just skip that?
That's not a problem.
Yes,
the reason I asked it is because the same blood flows through all of us, and I think that's something that evokes an emotion in all of us.
Definitely.
The people of Manipur are all Indians, and the terrible things that have happened there should stop as early as possible.
Definitely.
I wasn't trying to get an answer out of you.
Yes.
It was only because it's a neighboring state, and we do know there's been an exodus from Manipur into Mizoram.
Yes.
But coming to my last couple of questions, Baryl. The world has never been smaller. The country has never been smaller. We're all incredibly connected. I can fly to Mizoram tomorrow if I wanted to. I can practically fly anywhere in the Northeast tomorrow if I wanted to. What would you say to the rest of India at this point of time in terms of what you think needs to happen? Whether it is stereotypes, whether it is perceptions, whether it is attention paid to the states of the Northeast, what would you say as a politician if the country was listening to you?
Thank you very much. I would definitely pick one of the headline that you just gave me, that is about what needs to be done for the state. Because as you can see, in politics, or I should say, in the field where I am right now, there are so many things needs to be done. And I always have nurtured this desire, deep desire to bring change to the system or the way the government is running. And because when we talked about Mizoram, you may have heard about the high literacy rate and also about the about the beautiful landscapes that we have. But we have mentioned this so much so that this have become more like a cliche now. And I feel like it's time to bring something in so that people can know when you mention the word, and it can become a household names as well. So for me, when I was elected, I knew I was elected with such a strong mandate that people wanted me to bring a meaningful change especially in their lifestyle. So I always intended to focus on the sustainable development and also for the growth of the youth and the entrepreneurs out there, because in an age where government could not keep the promise that they have done before in the past years, or considering the fact that all the government jobs seekers cannot be accommodated in the government job as an employees anymore. So I feel like it's a high time to join our hands, not just the Northeast states, but also with the Central, to join our hands and also to bring significant changes through the entrepreneurs or through the youth, so that we can contribute more to the growth of the economy of the state of India as a whole. So that is why I would like to take this platform as an issue to open the invitation to all the industry captains out here and in the audience, and also amongst the viewers. I believe that please do keep in touch with the government of Mizoram, because I believe that there are so many things we can share and we can promote each other by holding hands, and also we can initiate partnerships through ways and areas and build on the existing ones as well. So I'm really hoping that our government will have the chance to come closer or come in closer connect with the central government, because we have potential when it comes to sports, when it comes to tourism, when it comes to health or cultural promotion. So I just wanted to urge the central government or the people who are here, the who's who of the country who gathered here this evening, that please do, stretch out your helping hands for the state so that you can see a different scenario of Mizoram after 5 or 10 years to come.
Millions of people, first of all, are going to be watching this interview. Those of us in this room are listening to you now, but I can tell you that the India Today platform is going to be sending your words out and your invitation out, Baryl, to millions of people across our platform. Speaking of millions of people,
yes.
You're also very popular on social media. You embrace a huge audience. You've got millions of people following you on all your platforms. Do you listen to them? After you became an MLA, I'm sure the DMs and messages have increased exponentially. So how do you handle that kind of flood of feedback that you're getting from all the people who love you so much?
I always listen to them, no matter what profession they are from. I believe it's very important to listen to their opinion and also to take their suggestions into consideration. But if I try to accomplish everything that they have given me or the instructions that have been written to me through my DMs and inbox and WhatsApp, and then my life's going to be a little bit chaos.
You won't have time to be an MLA then.
Yes. So their suggestions, opinions are always welcome, and I'm thankful that they take the time out to write to me and to connect me. I'm very grateful to them. But at the end of the day, I think what is right and what is just, what is fair and honest always matters to me. So I should say that I do take the time out to respond to most of them, but I can't do that to all of them. But I always do appreciate it, and I always acknowledge that.
And I know that when our viewers are watching this interview, they are going to be curious about your headdress. It's beautiful, Baryl.
Thank you.
And I want to give you the last word and the opportunity to tell us a little bit about it. It's a beautiful symbol of how amazing this country is,
Yes.
and how diverse and the amazing amount of culture everywhere in this state. So please tell us about that.
Yeah, this headgear is actually it's a fusion of traditional costume. The original is much more rich and vibrant in color, but since I choose to wear the outfit that is black and white stripes, so I just we customize the headgear, and I hope they're not my people are not offended, because I believe that this is a platform where we can showcase our traditional costume, not just the way it is supposed to be, but also by customizing a bit, so that even the other people or the other brothers and sisters, if they want to wear in some occasion, that they can just fit into it. So this is a modern fusion of a traditional costume, and it's called Ngoteker in Mizoram.
So the last word then, only 2 months into your membership of the Legislative Assembly, are we looking at a possible future Chief Minister of Mizoram?
Well, I think it's I'm allowed to dream, and I'm allowed to keep my hopes high and let the sky be the limit. Let's hope for it, but I will have to work really, really hard for that. So let me have that as a homework from you.
We wish you the very, very best on that journey. Of course, it's going to be difficult, but you've started strong, and we'll be watching you all the way. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Baryl Vanneihsangi. Thank you. Yes, of course. No questions. Oh, it was a small. You want to ask one question? Do you want to take one question? Do we have time? Okay.
Yeah, but can we just take a picture?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, can we just click
Take a picture
picture?
with my phone.
Fought in this part of the country. Can you tell us something about your elections? Was it for the first time you fought this election? and also how many candidates were there, and any pleasant and unpleasant experience, anecdote during this, and how did you canvass? Because it's a relatively small constituency, I believe.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, it's my first time, first election. I'm a first timer, but I had 2 years of experience as a corporator because I was elected back in 2021 as a Aizawl Municipal Corporation, as a corporator. But that was a women reservation. It was a seat reserved, but this is a general fight now. So it was kind of different, very difficult. But then, like I've mentioned, in everything I do, I make sure I succeed and I achieved and I accomplished. So I put my heart and soul into it. And the benefit that I have is that I was a star campaigner of the party that I represent. It's called ZPM, in short, Mizoram People's Movement. And since I was a star campaigner, I have a lot of platforms to address what needs to be taken up. And also I have put my own voice there, because since I was a radio jockey, I always tell them that I used to speak in front of you, but now I'm going to speak for you and I'm going to stand for you. So I told them that I will be the voice for those who are unheard or for those who do not have the platform to voice out their opinions. So I always represent the people, and it was a pleasant experience, I should say. And since I'm a non-conventional politician, probably people do not have any, any expectation. But if I contest for the second time, then obviously it's going to be just a battle on the real politics platform. So it might be a little bit unpleasant, but as of now, I do not encounter such unpleasant moment. Yes, thank you.
Yes, first of all, thanks. Being a fellow Northeastern and being from Assam, it's a really proud moment to see you on stage and being asked what you can do for the region. So my request would be definitely to do take up the cause of more development. Do reach out to all the captains of corporates that you said,
Yes.
so that and more of the industries that are so good there get all the focus with someone like you. Thanks for breaking the myth that an entertainer can also get change, and I'm sure you will. And that's our best wishes to you, being a lady from the Northeast. I
Thank
know
you.
it is biased to say that, but so proud to say that the beauty of the culture, you've had the privilege to come and show it on this stage. Thanks to India Today. But more energy, and let's definitely act
Thank
east with
you.
people like you over there. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I got goosebumps over here. Thank you so much.